Hello children, welcome to today's class. In the previous class, we have discussed about the Nick Vujicic in the lesson Attitude is Altitude. Before we go to the next part, let me ask you a few questions. Who was Nick? Who was Nick? Nick was born as a torso. Torso means without arms and legs. Where did Nick born? Where did Nick born? Once you go through the lesson, he was born in Melbourne, Australia, and he was now living in Los Angeles, and he was a true Christian. Which word says us that he was a true Christian? The word is evangelical, means he believes completely into the Bible and the word of God, that is Jesus. He completely believes into the Jesus. And without arms and legs, what happened? He was having one thing which he was calling it with a funny name, which everyone's loves to eat it, that is a chicken drumstick. So he had in the tip of his hip a leg like thing, a small thing, like it looks like a chicken drumstick. If you scroll into the picture, there in the first sheet you have a picture, you can see clearly it's a chicken drumstick he used to call. And he is modest, even though he was virgin, and he was having, even though he was having a girlfriend, he was virgin, means very pure. He kept himself very pure. Virgin means until marriage, keeping yourself pure is called as virgin. And he was modest, and many proposals were coming. So it was about him we have discussed. So what he was doing, what was his likes? Water sports, he was playing water sports, and also he loved to play golf. You know now how to play the golf? Without arms and legs, how he used to play golf? He used to tuck under his chin, and he was a huge fan of English Premier League, means football match. He was a fan of football match. So down we will see his parents decided, what his parents decided when he was in a childhood. His parents decided not to send him to a special school. A decision he said was very hard for him, but which may have been the best decision they could have made for him. So what did the parent decided? These physical disabled children will have a separate school, disabled school, but the parents don't want to join their child into the disabled school. So where they have joined their children? Into a special school, means a normal, like how you are studying, like that normal school the parents wanted to send him. Do you think that was a easy decision the parents have taken? No, it was very hard decision the parents have taken. When Nick was born, his father was so shocked that he left the hospital room to vomit. His distraught mother couldn't bring herself to hold him until he was 4 months old. See how the tragedy. The father, when the baby is born, the parents will feel very happy. But in the case of Nick, his father, when he saw him in the hospital room, he went out and he vomited seeing the baby. And the mother, the distraught mother, means the meaning of distraught means upset, very upset. The mother was very upset. She couldn't take the baby into her hands till the baby was 4 months old. Till 4 months, the mother was away from the baby because they were very surprised and shocked seeing that baby without arms and legs. This disability came without any medical explanation, a rare occurrence called phocomelia. And Nick and his parents spent many years asking why this cruel truth would happen to them. My mother was a nurse and she did everything right during pregnancy, but she still blamed herself, he said. So there was no medical explanation why Nick was born without arms and legs. This rare occurrence is called as what word? It will say phocomelia. What is that phocomelia? If you take more medicines or drugs when any lady is in pregnant, if you take more drugs, then this kind of babies will be born. So even though the mother was nurse, she has taken proper care, still don't know why this has happened. She used to blame herself all the time. So it was so hard for them, but right from the start they did their best to make me independent. Even though it was very hard for them, from his childhood they have trained him to be independent. So children, today also you can cross check yourself. Are you dependent or independent? Even though we are physically fit, Each and every organ God has given us. Are we dependent on someone or I am independent? Let us cross check ourselves. I see most of you are dependent on someone because you never do it anything by your own. So don't do that, children. Learn something positive things from Nick. You have to be independent. How the parents have trained him from his childhood to be independent. So my dad put me into the water at 18 months and gave the courage to learn to swim. So when I was 18 months onwards, his father trained him how to swim. I also got really into football and skateboarding. I totally love in English Premier League. So when he was childhood, he was going for football, skateboarding, and also he used to love English Premier League, that is football matches he used to go and watch. Nick's father was a computer programmer and accountant, and he taught his little son how to type with his toe at just 6 years old. His mom invented a special plastic device that meant he could hold a pen and pencil. In that picture you can see how he has hold a pen and pencil. His mother has invented a plastic device and the father was a computer programmer. What he taught his son? He taught his son how to write when he was 6 years old, how to type with his toes. His father has taught him. So despite the risk of being bullied, his parents insisted Nick on attending mainstream school. It was the best decision they could have made for me, adds Nick, who later achieved a degree in financial planning and real estate. It was very hard, but it gave me independence. So despite of risk and bullied, what does it mean bullied? Means insulted. When a normal children only, when you sit together, you prank jokes on each other and you bully each other, you insult each other, you tease each other. This boy without arms and legs, do you think the children will appreciate him or encourage him or motivate him? No. No one has done like that. He was bullied, insulted many times in the school. In spite of these all obstacles and hurdles, he has finished his degree, that is his financial planning and real estate he has finished. Nick, who was teased and bullied, had an electric wheelchair for mobility and a team of carers to help him. So in spite of bullied and teased, he was moving. How he used to move from one place to other place? With the help of electric wheelchair. Mobility means to move from one place to other place. I was deeply depressed when I was 8 years old, he said. I went to my mom crying and told her I wanted to kill myself. When people are insulting you, what you do? You get hurted, you get depressed. Even it was happened with Nick also. He was depressed when at age of 8 years only. At that time we don't know anything. At the age of 8 years only, he went to his mom crying, and what did he say? He said that he wanted to kill himself. I felt cold and bitter. I hated God for doing this to me and was terrified of what could happen when my parents weren't there to look after me. So I felt cold and bitter. Here the bitter meaning means unhappy and painful. It was painful why God has done to me like this. He was terrified, and if the parents are not there, what was his position? He was thinking of that. I could brush my own teeth with a wall-mounted brush and wash my own hair with pump action soap, but there was so much that was impossible for me. So even then he could brush his teeth by his own and he can clean his own hair, but still there are many things which is not possible without taking a help of someone. So at the age of 10, Nick tried to drown himself in a bath, but luckily the attempt was unsuccessful. I felt there was no purpose when you lack purpose and strength. It is hard to hold on, he said, but with the help of his religion, friends and family, Nick managed to pull through and become an international symbol of triumph over adversity. So even at the age of 8, he tried to commit suicide. Again at the age of 10, he drowned himself into the bathtub, but that attempt was unsuccessful. Why? Because his parents, his friends, his religion, the Bible has motivated him not to commit suicide. Then he His confidence level has increased. In spite of difficulty and obstacles, what he has done, he became an international symbol. Today, he is an international symbol of triumph over adversity. Triumph means what? A great success. He has achieved a great success over adversity, means in spite of difficulties, he has achieved a great success. So, when I was 13, I read a newspaper article about a disabled man who had managed to achieve great things and help others, said Nick. So, a turning point will be there in each and everyone's life, children. So, age of 13, he has read a newspaper article which has changed his mindset. What is that? Let's see. I realized why God has made us like this, to give hope to others. It was so inspirational to me that I decided to use my life to encourage other people and give them the courage that the article had given me. So, by this article, see the change in his life. What he has realized? He realized previously, all these days, he was thinking that why God made me like this. He was crying, he wanted to commit suicide also. Later, when he read that article, it motivated him, it boosted him. Then he realized, what is that he realized? He realized why the Creator, the God has made him. To give hope to others, to give inspiration to others. So, from that day onwards, he decided to inspire others and encourage others. I decided to be thankful for what I do have and not get angry what I don't. This sentence, I like most this sentence in these lessons, because we always should be thankful of what we have. Do you thank God daily? So, from that day onwards, he started to decide that to be thankful of what he was having and not get angry about what you don't have. This attitude we have to create in each and every person, children. If this is there, then no one can stop you to reach the peak of success. So, I looked at myself in the mirror and said, you know what, the world is right that I have no arms or legs, but they will never take away the beauty of my eyes. I wanted to concentrate on something good that I had. Underline this sentence also, children. So, when you look to yourself, how Nick has looked to himself into the mirror. Even though when he looked into the mirror to himself, he observed that he was not having arms and legs. But what is a good thing the God has given him is the beautiful eyes. So, something will be there in each and every one. So, that good things we need to search and stick on that. So, every person need to concentrate on what you are having. Rather, we should not be greedy on something we don't have. The challenges in our lives are there to strengthen our convictions. So, what life is a challenge, we have to face it. So, all the challenges in our life, what it will do, it will strengthen us, our convictions. Convictions means what? A strong belief and opinion. These challenges will make us strengthen in our belief and opinion. So, they are not there to run over us. Means the fear should not rule us. We have to rule the fear, it means, said Nick. In 1990, Nick won the Australian Young Citizen of the Year award for his bravery and perseverance. Bravery. He has won what award, children? Australian Young Citizen Award in the year 1990. What does? It's a bravery and perseverance. Perseverance means what? Achieve something despite of difficulties. Even though you are in spite of many difficulties, he has achieved that award. And once I was in a car and a girl at traffic light was giving me the eye. She could only see my head, so I decided to do a 360 in the car seat to freak her out. Her face was like, wow, what is going on? She sped off really quickly. So something, even though in spite of these things, he was little comedy also, like humor was there in him. What he has done, when he was driving a car, the girl has saw him in a car. She could only see his head. Then what he decided to do 360 degrees, means he was turning round the seat 360 degrees to freak her out. Freak her out means what? To astonish her, to surprise her. So her face, how she kept the face when she watched, wow, she kept like surprising, and she thought some devil is there inside, and she ran away quickly from there. Nick began traveling the world, and in 2008 he went to Hawaii and met surfing master Bethany Hamilton. who had left arm bitten off by a shark when she was 12. So in 2008, where Nick has traveled the world, he went Hawaii, and whom he has met? Surfing master. What was the name of that master? Bethany Hamilton. What happened to her? Her arm was bitten off by a shark. Why? Because she was doing surfing, and that accidentally the shark has bitten her a left arm at the age of 12. She was amazing, said Nick. She taught me how to surf and I was terrified at first. But once I got up there, it felt absolutely fantastic and I caught some waves pretty well. Nick quickly learned how to do the 360-degree spins on his board, a feat that got him on the cover of Surfer magazine within 48 hours. No one has ever done that in the history of surfing, he said, but I have a very low center of gravity, so I have got pretty good balance. So she was appreciating Nick. Even Nick was not having arms and legs. He could do 360 degrees spins on the board, and he learned to be a surfer, and he got to into the cover magazine also. Within 48 hours he was into the magazine, and no one ever has done in the history of surfing. The master has given a certificate to him because he was very pretty in balancing himself without arms and legs. He could balance himself very prettily. He also visited different countries all over the world. The football fan is now a motivational speaker and has traveled to over 24 countries, speaking to groups up to 110,000 people. So this man today is a world speaker. So he motivated many people. He moved around the 24 countries and he visited 110 group peoples, giving a motivational speak. He moved to Los Angeles 2 years ago and plans to continue to travel the world, and this year he will visit South America and the Middle East. So this the last 3 small paragraphs is important in each and everyone life, children. What is that? Nick is speaking directly to you and me. What is that? If I fail, I try again and again and again. If you fail, are you going to try again? Please question yourself this. If I fail, he says, if I fail, I try again and again and again. So if you are failing, are you going to try again? You check yourself. The human spirit can handle much worse than we realize. It matters how you are going to finish. Are you going to finish strong? Said Nick. He is questioning you, children. Please answer to Nick. Are you going to finish it strong? Are you able to face the challenges? Are you? Question yourself. If you fail, do you get up again? Do you try again? So I tell people to keep on getting up when you fall and to always love themselves. So we should love ourselves. How many times we may fall, we need to get up, stand on our feet and try again and again till we reach the success. And the last quote is very important, that is, if I can encourage just one person, then my job in this life is done. Do we really do this, children? Do we encourage anyone in our life? If you are doing this, then you are a great successful person. Before I go, I want to make you listen a small speech of Nick Vujicic. So once you watch this video, I hope you will get motivated by listening his video.
The first thing I want you to take away from today is this: you will have good days and you'll have bad days, but you will always learn something more or something new, and you will learn more overall on bad days than good days. You will learn more about yourself, you'll learn more about relationships, you'll learn about life and principles, and it'll build your character. If you're a person who wants, let's say, improve on your character of patience, let's say, don't complain when you're waiting in a line. You ain't going to grow in patience until you're put in a place to wait. It's like you go into a gym and, you're walking through the front doors and, you tell your wife or your husband, I'm going to the gym. You go into the gym and you come in 3 feet and you do a U-turn and you ride out, I went to the gym. Ain't gonna do nothing. You gotta go in there, and what are you gonna do? You gotta pick up the weights and you exercise the muscles that you want to build. I stand before you without arms and legs, but a very strong man because of the bad days of my life. You know how it is. If you didn't go what you've gone through, you wouldn't be who you are today. And I'm not belittling your pain, and don't worry, I've seen pain in my life, and I've seen not only in my life, but people's lives, and people say, well, at least I have no arms, no legs, and then what am I supposed to say? Well, at least I'm not an African orphan who's dying at 4 years old, and I met that person. What about the 10-year-old girl that was bought for $700 in Mumbai and kidnapped as a sex slave to have 350 clients before the age of 13, pregnant at 12, put the baby under the bed while she works on top, abandoned by her family? After she pays her debt of $700 after 3 years with her child, she leaves on the streets of Mumbai hoping for a new life. No family, no job, no food. Her baby needs food. She gets raped, beaten up on the street. She comes back to the only way that she knows how to make money. She goes back to the brothels. She gets pregnant at 15 the second time, and then that child dies. And at 20 years old, she comes up to me. Yes, I have met this woman. She comes up crying. She says, Nick, I just found out I got HIV/AIDS. And I got fined for being a prostitute. What do you say to that? You may have arms and legs, but unless you know 3 things. Number 1, who are you and what your value is? Number 2, what is your purpose here in life? And number 3, what is your destiny when you're done here? If you don't know the answers of any of those 3 questions, you're more disabled than I.
Children, hope you have enjoyed the speech of Nick Vujicic. It was inspiration to you, and you can watch the images of Nick Vujicic, 1 or 2 images which you can watch on the screen. The Nick Vujicic, how he was giving a motivational speech to the thousands of people without arms and legs. He was asking you few questions in the video, children. Please, you cross check yourself and answer to yourself. So what Nick is giving a message to you is that you encourage just one person in your life, then your work is done. So by this I wind up the lesson, and I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Before I wind up, let's go to the assignment. Today's assignment: write a news report on Nick Vujicic. You know now, already you have learned in the 9th class how to write a news report. In a bold letters you have to write the heading, then the sentences should be into the past tense. Write a news report on Nick Vujicic. The second question is, you need to write an imaginary interview with Nick Vujicic. Okay children, thank you. Have a great day.